Buenos dias, Gophers!
I'm Naomi.
And I'm Nelson.
And welcome back to our 22nd episode of Gopher Nation News. Hope you guys are having a great morning today. Now, on to this week's question.
The question of the week is, what's the most popular car in Oregon? Is it going to be A, Toyota Tacoma, B, BMW, C, Tesla, or D, Ford? Stick around until the end of the episode to find out. Now on to this week's news.
I'm sure everyone has been in the very stressful, jam-packed halls and has struggled to walk through, get to their classes. When did we forget our hall walking etiquette?
I wonder. Maybe it's the students that are walking in all the directions that can cause chaos amongst the halls. Whatever this may be, I know that we can all work together to make walking to class process way smoother and less stressful.
Renaissance has a video for us which we'll talk more about.
Have you ever walked in the hallways and seen this happen to somebody? Please stay on your side.
This is the correct way to walk in the hallways.
Please respect your peers and stay on the right side of the hallway.
Thank you, Renaissance. You know, I remember being taught how to walk in the hall since elementary, especially the always walk to your right rule.
Well, I guess we will never stop learning. Please work together to make the halls a less chaotic place and more smooth and comfortable for all of your peers.
Also, as a reminder, do not prop open any doors. Students must go through the front doors of the school.
This is for everyone's safety. Now onto another duo. We have Brianna and Ailey on sports this week. Let's see what upcoming events we have.
Guys, I'm Ailey.
And I'm Bree, and here are your sports announcements for the week.
To start off, we have a few interviews with some of our spring sport coaches.
My name's Jeff Olson. I'm the JV baseball coach here at Gresham High School.
All right. So has the season started yet for competitive games?
We've played several non-league games already. We start our league season this next Tuesday against Barlow.
Well, that's wonderful. How are those non-league games going?
Well, we've played some teams that were way out of our league, and so we got whooped several times. We played some teams that were more our league, and we have a couple wins in the non-league season. So far, so good.
Awesome. Just from walking up, I can tell you have a pretty rigorous training regimen. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we work out each day that we're not having games. We have practice each day. We hit in the facility, working on our hitting skills and techniques. Out here on the field, we're working on fielding, pitching, base running, things like that.
All right. What's your outlook, your mentality for the season?
Yeah, so at my level, at the JV level, we're really working on player development and improvement. So I got a group of guys with great attitudes. They work hard. Really what we're expecting from them is to grow and develop as baseball players. So for our level, the win-loss record isn't really the big deal. It's can we prepare these guys to be varsity baseball players in the future.
Hi, I'm Coach Simpson. I am the head coach of girls tennis. Okay, so we're off to a good start this year despite some bad weather canceling a lot of practice and match time. We have a senior-heavy team. We're led at the top by our foreign exchange student, Franzi. Franzi's going to be our #1 singles, and she's off to a great start. She's got some good wins already over tough opponents, and she's a clay court player, so she's difficult to beat on hard courts because she keeps the ball in play, runs everything down, and hits good deep shots. Mm-hmm. My #1 doubles team is Sophia Mall and Hannah Israelson. And they're both hard hitters who are aggressive and high-spirited, and they're a lot of fun to watch. And #2 doubles is juniors Kira Bracamontes and Alex Taylor, who just got healthy for us. So they've only played together once, but they're also going to be really tough to beat. They're both really solid tennis players.
Speaking of Kira Bracamontes and Alex Taylor, they're playing at the new Gopher Classic tennis tournament tomorrow. Would you talk about that?
Yeah, it's something we've wanted to do for years. So we're going to host a 4-team pro set tournament on the weekend. Those take like 6 hours to run, so they're not something we can do on an ordinary weekday.
Right.
It's something we used as our district tournament during COVID, though, and something we've gone to other places and done in past years. So we're going to host one and try and make it an annual tradition. It's a lot of fun to be together all day and to get that time with other teams, too. So it's going to be one of the highlights of our season.
Oh, that's wonderful. It seems like you're taking a very positive look at this season. How are you overall faring?
So far, I believe we're 2-2 in team matches, but we're competing well. And the best thing about how we're faring is we've got a lot of seniors playing who've never played tennis before they got here, who are now competing with tennis players as seniors because they've learned how to play the game and hopefully fallen in love with it over their time at Gresham High School. And that's really my goal as coach, is to introduce a lifetime sport to kids and hope that they like it as much as I do.
Well, that's amazing. If you could give one closing message to people who aren't currently playing but will be here next year and might be considering it, what would it be?
Yeah, we are a no-cut sport, and one of our primary goals is to properly represent our community. So we want everybody who lives in Gresham to be using our courts in the summer and playing on them, and tennis is a sport that's open to anyone who's willing to put in the hours to do it.
Hi everybody, I'm Mr. Harshfield, the boys tennis coach.
All right. Who are your most experienced players on this year's lineup?
We got a couple of seniors, Adon and Owen, who are pretty experienced. They've been playing for 4 years, and Sean, as a junior, has also been playing for 3 years. So they're our most experienced players right now.
All right. So now that our preseason matches have started, who do you think our biggest competitor is?
So a big competitor for us pre-season is typically some of the Portland schools. So we had Benson come down and play us, and they are kind of a new program like we are. They have a lot of boys who have 1 year of experience, or they just got into tennis this season, so it's always a good matchup for us.
All right, so what are you angling for this season to see in your players?
In my players is just growth. I just want to see coming out and every day trying as hard as they can, learning new tricks, working on their form and their technique. As we talk about, right, keeping the ball in, keep the ball in, you stay alive, and you can potentially score some points and win some games. So just seeing that improvement over the season. As you said, we're just kind of finishing the preseason, starting our regular Mountain Hood Conference season. So our goal is to always peak and be at our best level in May. So that's about 5 weeks from now, which is quite a long time.
What do you think our biggest challenges as a team are going to be this season?
So as you've seen, right, as someone who's new to tennis this season, the biggest challenge is as we transition from, in tennis, there are 4 varsity spots. We call it 1, 2, 3, 4 singles, 1, 2, 3, 4 doubles, 1, 2, 3, 4. So transitioning from that 1, 2 into that 3, 4 spot, right, and being able to pick up some wins.
If you could leave one thing for everybody this year so that they might be interested in joining next year, what would it be?
I would just say that we're just always continuing to improve, and tennis is one of those sports that you can play your entire life. So learning to play it early and just having fun with it, making some friends on the team, getting some good experience at some point, whether it's varsity or JV this year or next year, is just something that's going to pay off. I know a lot of people who are my age who just learned to play tennis as adults, and they wish that they'd picked it up when they were young.
Hi, Jim Gardner, social studies. I have AP Human Geography and senior econ, also the head softball coach.
All right, so how's your prep been for this season of softball?
Good. We started in October, and we had 6 weeks of skills practices then, kind of, stay with it. And then again in January into February we had more skill building type practices, and then the season started at the end of February, and we've been going strong ever since.
So it's pretty early season. How's it going so far?
Pretty good. I mean, we're a couple of games above 500, and we won last night 11-3 against Hood River. So
that's really good.
Girls are playing well.
Who do you think are your top girls?
Well, I mean, just on offense, I mean, Latera has 3 home runs, KJ has 3 home runs, Nia has a home run. They're very consistent in other aspects of the offense. Dorothy and Centea do a good job running the bases and really being aggressive, so that's the kind of fun place to watch.
What's your overall outlook for the season? What's your mindset?
I mean, we're young but experienced, and so having that be our focus, and then we're not shut down in any aspects. So working together as a team to support each other is kind of trying to focus on that.
Right. Who do you think your biggest competition is in the conference?
In league, I expect it to be us and Barlow, and to a lesser extent Nelson. Fighting for those top spots in league should be good, right. But we'll see what Reynolds does. We'll see what Central does. So
So if there's anything you could leave to the girls who might be considering joining in the next season, what would it be?
Come out, it's a lot of fun. It's high pace, good group of girls, good coaches. You know, we've been doing it for a while. And it's a good time other than bad weather.
Hello, I'm Tim Mowry. I'm the head track and field coach here at Gresham High School.
Wonderful. Who do you think your top runners are this season?
We're definitely led on the guys' side by Dimitri Oliver, Noah Letter, and Loic Bissett. On the girls' side, we have tremendous leadership, just fewer numbers, and I think that's what really makes our track team special this year is kids like Lily Pullum, Lazaria Pullum, Avery Morris, Maddie Rhodes, just people you want to be around that really kind of develop that culture of our team.
Wonderful. Now, Gresham has been really competitive in the sports conference this season.
Yeah.
Who do you think our biggest track competitor is going to be?
Yeah, so track's really interesting because in the large meets, if you have just a few people that do a bunch of different events and they're just dominate everyone, then they can win some of these meets. But traditionally, Central Catholic is they have a distance factory over there, and they usually have some of the best distance runners in the region and sometimes the country. So it's always fun being around them. But yes, teams like Clackamas are typically pretty good as well, just with a lot of kids. So those will be kind of the main competitors, I think.
All right, so seeing as your season for meets has started, can you give us a rundown of how that's going?
Yeah, so first meet, we were up at Union High School, across the river in Camas. That was really fun. It was nice to get out of the state and go do something different. We had another meet at North Salem High School, and the kids just ran tremendous. The difficult thing about track and field is it's so weather dependent, and so the weather has been pretty terrible, and so marks will suffer because of that.
I feel like a lot of sports have been feeling that in the spring season, of course.
Yeah.
So what do you think is going to be your biggest improvement? What are you angling towards this season?
As a coaching staff, we focus on character. And so my tagline this year has been character over clout. And so our biggest improvement, what we focus on is not so much the stuff on the track will take care of itself. We just focus on setting the tone and the culture for the program. So just following our seniors, Dimitri Oliver, just a tremendous work ethic. Nobody can outwork him. He's just dialed in. Loic and Noah, just every workout, everyone bringing everyone else along with them. It's just fun to be around, so that's our goal.
If you could leave one thing for everybody about track, what would it be?
May 5th, we have the Dean Nice Invitational here at Gresham High School. It'll be on Cinco de Mayo this year. That's a massive track and field meet. We got 16 different schools that will come to that. We'll have food trucks, just fun stuff going on. So if you're available on Cinco de Mayo, come on through the Dean Nice.
Thank you, Nate, for those interviews. Today, boys tennis will be home and girls tennis will be away against Reynolds at 4.
Tomorrow, girls golf will be at Columbia Edgewater at 2:30. Softball will be home against Southridge starting at 4:30. City baseball will be away against Barlow, and JV2 is home against Barlow, both games starting at 5.
Wednesday, boys tennis will be away at David Douglas and girls tennis will be home, both starting at 4. Track and field will have a meet at Nelson starting at 3:30.
Thursday, varsity and JV baseball will be home against Barlow, both games starting at 5.
Lastly, Friday, both boys and girls tennis will be playing against Sandy. Boys home, girls away, starting at 4. JV2 and varsity baseball will be playing against Barlow, varsity away, and JV2 at home, both starting at 5. JV and varsity softball will be away at Barlow, both games starting at 5. Good luck to all our spring sports. That's all the announcements we have for you guys this week. See y'all next week. Now passing it over to Naomi and Nelson for the rest of the episode.
Thank you, Brianna and Ailey. I have a question for you. Are you going to prom this year?
Maybe.
It's on the 21st of April and tickets are on sale now. Also, question, what's your ideal way to get asked out to prom?
A ramo with prom. What about you?
Well, I need a big sign with my favorite music.
All right, let's see what some gophers think. There might be some good future ideas. I'm trying to see that in the future.
Ask a girl to prom, how would you ask her?
I wouldn't need to ask.
Why? You just suppose they're going with you?
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Don't they ask me?
No, you ask them. So how would you ask?
I don't need to.
Bye.
Like a cute little, like if it was just like on two, like maybe like a cute like picnic or something. I feel like that'd be really cute.
I don't know. I feel like anything is like, it's the thought.
Yeah, anything, yeah.
Like it's the effort that they put in.
Anything. If you could ask a guy to prom, how would you ask them?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No. Wait.
Hey, let's go to prom.
I'm gonna be like, do you want to go to prom with me?
Just like that, like straight up.
You want to come to prom with me? Like,
But would you have like flowers or like?
of course, like a poster, flowers. Yeah.
Me, you, prom. Let's go. What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner. Hey, mamacita, come on. Caliente, muy caliente.
Bye. Prom. We won't tell her.
Because I already did.
Oh, you already did? Did she say yes? How'd you ask her?
Yeah, I just showed her a poster and gave her like a bunch of roses. That's about it. And she said yeah. She said, oh, thanks.
A poster and flowers.
Something more intimate, like just you two.
Poster? Something individual.
A big thing for someone really special because they really are special.
Of getting asked to, like somebody asking you to prom, what's your ideal way of them doing that?
Oh, of asking me to prom. Oh my gosh. Well, it would be something very extravagant with a lot of glitter and a lot of amazing things. Yeah, no glitter in the building. Yeah, it would not be during class time. It would definitely be during a passing period or lunch because I need to be in class. And then it would be something just amazing and extravagant and romantic.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. With the sign.
What will the sign say?
A simple, will you go to prom with me?
I want them to bring me a big head of flowers with like a whole bunch of candy and a card with like 8 paragraphs on how much they love me and adore me. You know, just I just want them to care for me.
What's your ideal way of getting asked to prom?
Huh? You know, if a girl just comes up to me and asks me, you know, like, hey, you know, and she's like confident, 100% confident, you know, not shy, not stuttering, you know, giving me eye contact, you know, true meaning from the heart, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hit the bucket, hit it.
Bucket ball.
Bye.
Yeah, but yeah.
Just tell me straight up.
So like if a girl were to come up to you and be like, go to prom with me, you'd be like, okay.
It just depends the person.
Wow, take it off the court.
Just getting asked.
I'd want to get asked, trying to think. Maybe like a little picnic sounds cute. Or like going to watch the sunset, the cute little spot. And then pulling out a little poster that says prom.
All right, Gophers. Have you been thinking about this week's question?
What's the most popular car in Oregon? A, Toyota Tacoma, B, BMW, C, Tesla, D, Ford. And the answer is A, Toyota Tacoma.
Well, that's all we have for this week's episode. Stay tuned until next week's episode.
Hasta la próxima vez, Gophers.
Hi everyone, I'm Kim Cortez and I'm this year's MECHA's Vice President. I'm here because MECHA has a meeting this Monday, April 10th in room 107 from 2:45 to 3:30. And guess what? If you ordered a MECHA shirt this year because you are in MECHA, you are getting your MECHA shirts. I'm currently repping my MECHA shirt and I will be the day of as well. We'll be handing out our shirts the day of and also doing a fun scavenger hunt around the school. So please come. And if you just want to join MECHA, that's a perfect meeting to stop by. I'll see you there, Gophers. Thank you.